All right, folks. Welcome back to Kings of Opinion, episode 130. It's the Christmas edition, I guess, this week. We got the Wanderer here. Say hello.
Hope everybody's got all their presents wrapped and ready for the holiday.
Well, I hope you do. All right. I mean, I sure do. You can see them. I mean, they can't, but you can. We got them all here wrapped up and ready to go.
Quite a few, yes.
Yeah. We're like 3 days away from Christmas. This weekend wasn't the greatest weekend for football, it seemed like. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk a little bit baseball because they did actually have some signings this week. Not really so much concerning the Yankees so much, but like the Mets just traded away Jeff McNeil.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, to the Athletics for like a rookie ball player. Like I didn't even catch the name.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't familiar with the guy they got as well, so I didn't know how good he is or if he's a prospect or what.
Yeah, he's pretty much, I guess, just a low-level prospect, and they're going to actually pay some of his salary for next year. So, you're shedding some payroll for the Mets, so maybe they're clearing room for, either a big signing or a big trade and sign or something like that along the lines. So that's going to be interesting as close as we go to Christmas. Maybe you get like a little gift under the tree, you know what I mean?
Right.
The Red Sox also traded for Wilson Contreras from the Cardinals. That's pretty big because it looks like the Red Sox are making a lot of moves this offseason.
Yeah, that's two significant ones for sure.
Yeah. Other than that, you had the Japanese guy. That's the third baseman / first baseman with power.
Oh, right. He signed yesterday, was it?
Yesterday or the day before for the White Sox, of all places, for 2 years. I kind of found that kind of strange that nobody but the White Sox offered him a 2-year, I think it's like $30-something million deal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was a weird one to me, to be fair. But I guess we'll see where they go. Maybe the White Sox are going to start to build, a decent team. Who knows?
Right.
Other than that, there's not much going on.
The Mets got Luke Weaver. Too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one because that happened
a few days ago.
Yeah, a little while ago, actually. I think it happened like right after we did the last show, as a matter of fact, like a day after that. So right now the Yankees have the Mets have 3 ex-Yankee closers on their team, one of which is now a starter in Clay Holmes. And you got Devin Williams and Luke Weaver. So, yeah, building up the bullpen a little bit. We'll see how that shakes out for them.
And I saw did they get a catcher too, Soto or something like that?
The Mets?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a backup or whatever, but
I don't know. I didn't really see it, but I would assume it would be a backup catcher.
Right. Yeah, I don't think he was like a big name.
Yeah, because they have Alvarez, which they really like, and hope he takes a step forward next year. Other than that, not much stuff going on with baseball, which is sad. But we'll see in the next couple days if anything happens before Christmas. That'd be kind of nice. And then now we switch gears to the NFL. So speaking of, before we go to the NFL, did we talk last week about the Knicks winning the NBA? In-season tournament?
No, because it was that night.
It was that night, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking because it was like fresh on my head today, and I'm like, did we get to it, or was it that day or the day after?
Yeah, the NBA Cup.
Yeah, the NBA Cup. So the Knicks beat the Spurs to win the Cup.
Right.
They celebrated. Did you see any of the celebration? Probably not, right? I didn't. I caught a clip.
Right. Yeah.
They did not raise a banner in Madison Square Garden for the little NBA Cup. But they did take a trophy. And, it looked like they had a lot of fun celebrating that night. So congratulations to the Knicks on that. And then I think they followed that up with a loss after that, as a matter of fact.
You're right.
So good job with that. But, hey, I guess winning something in the middle of the season is pretty good. I don't know. It's kind of new for us with all this in-season stuff. I know hockey does it too, right? Or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I know they got it from somewhere. I just can't remember where. But now we could get into like the nitty gritty of the NFL. There was some
Some Saturday games.
Saturday games for sure. With a lot of action, actually. More than I thought, to be fair. You had the Eagles Commanders. That was the first game.
Right. Pretty much, one-sided game.
Yeah. The Commanders didn't really have much that they were playing for anyway. Jaden Daniels is hurt, so, it was, Mariota versus Jalen Hurts, and, not much there besides them easily winning 29-18. But the night game, that was a good one. Packers versus Bears, right?
The Bears' late game heroics continue.
Oh, man.
It seems to be a theme for the whole season, and what a win.
And that was a huge win for
Prime
them
time, too.
because if the Packers won that game, they would have the tiebreaker over them.
Right, that would have been 2.
Yeah, so that was a big swing, and I believe they have at least a 1-game lead, at least. It might even be 2 over the Packers now for that division. Let me see here.
To recover the onside kick too, you don't see that very often.
No, there's only a 4% chance that they do that at least this year. I saw a stat for that. So you're right, it doesn't happen often at all.
Yeah, just to tie the game was a feat in itself, and the win in overtime, just wow.
And that was a 50-yard pass that was like
yeah,
perfectly thrown, by the way. Like the guy was covering him and everything.
Yep.
And it literally fell into DJ Moore's like arms, if you want to say. I was gonna say lap, but it wasn't really his lap. But it literally fell into his arms, and it was a nice throw, nice catch, game over. So yeah, the Bears have a 1.5 game lead over Green Bay only because of that tie that Green Bay has.
right.
So, whatever. We'll see how that goes in the next 2 weeks. But that got the football weekend started real quick, right? So you go from there to the Sunday games. The Jets were the Jets as usual. I don't understand how, and I'm glad, listen, that they lost. They lost as bad as they did it. I'm not so happy about, but as long as they lost, because I think right now they have the 4th pick in the draft.
Okay.
Which is kind of important if you want the number 1 pick.
Right.
Because maybe now you don't have to give that number 1 team, which is as of right now the Giants, so many number 1 picks. Maybe you could keep one of them because they're only moving down 3.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So hopefully that works for them a little bit. But this was all one-sided. The Saints look good. They were at home. And yeah, not much really to say about the Jets game. And not much to say about the Vikings and Giants game. Did you see any of that game, by the way?
A little bit, but not too much.
Jackson Dart had probably his worst game as an NFL quarterback. I think he threw for 33 yards.
Wow.
Period. I think he only had 2 yards in the first half.
Huh.
So they were running the ball a lot. And then when they gave him a chance to throw, I think it was only 11 times. He just, they didn't make it happen. You know what I mean? So, what are you going to do there? That it wasn't so good on that note. There was a lot of games going on at 1 o'clock that was important games for at least one of the teams. Like the next game, the Buccaneers versus Panthers. I've been saying this for weeks now that the Panthers are a different team when they're at home.
Yeah.
And once again, they proved it because they beat the Bucs. And I don't know what's going on with Baker Mayfield lately, but
they seem to have taken a step back.
Yeah, big step back. You know what I mean? Right now, Carolina has the division by at least a game. Let's see. Let's check that out real quick. I think it was a game. Yeah, so they're 8-7, and Tampa Bay is 7-8. I feel like every year Tampa Bay is hovering around 500 and wins that division because that division is so crappy. But the Carolina pulled it off, and kudos to them. They're right now they're in the playoffs, and they haven't been in the playoffs since Cam Newton was their quarterback and had that MVP season. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Not as long as the Jets, but it's been a while. Nothing as long as the Jets. Then another 1 o'clock game, you had the Bills and Browns.
Right.
That game looked closer than it was, but I feel like the Bills like had the momentum the whole game, and it was like garbage time at the end, and that's when the Browns scored. Because every time I looked up, that the Bills were just running the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
And
the Bills won.
Yeah, the Bills won 23-20, which if you just look at the score and you didn't know any better, you'd be like, oh, that was a close game. But, you know, I don't really remember how it ended, but I know most of the game, like, they were up, like, 20-10 for most of the game.
Okay.
And then I guess they got, like, a field goal late, and then the Browns must have scored like a field goal and then a touchdown. And then
I was gonna say I saw a highlight that Sanders had a touchdown early in the game, but that was first quarter probably.
Yeah. I think that's all they did for a while was that because I
right with the score, yeah.
So, but yeah, the Bills handled their business. Did you catch any of the Cowboys-Chargers game at all?
I did not, no.
It's a tough one.
They lost again?
Yeah, they lost to the Chargers, and the score is 34-17.
But they were already eliminated going into the game?
They had to win to stay alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they wind up getting eliminated from the playoffs because of this loss.
I see.
They had to pretty much win out and have some other teams lose.
Right, so it's going to be tough to begin with, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good on on their part, but they seemed like they didn't have rhythm for most of the game when I was watching this game, and I was interested because I was in my fantasy playoffs, so I was interested in a couple of these 1:00 games to set the tone to see if maybe I could upset the guy I was playing.
Pickens had a touchdown, right?
That didn't help me so much because I only had him on my one team, and I wasn't in the playoffs on that one.
I see.
I had Javonte Williams, and he didn't do much either.
Okay.
So it was just, like I was looking for Cooks to have a bad game for the Bills.
Yeah.
A couple other guys to have bad games, and it seemed like all the guys that need to have bad games all had really good games.
Oh man, it's tough.
Yeah, the guy put up 215 points against. So I did okay. I put up almost 160.
Yeah.
But he blew me out of the water. Like every guy he had 20-something points, it seemed like.
Damn.
He had DJ Moore, 24 points.
Yeah.
Cooks had 20-something points.
Was that the championship?
The semis.
Oh, the semis.
Yeah, so he's now in the finals.
I see.
And I go home crying.
Sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
and it's not like my team sucked. It's just his team was just so much better. I knew going in it was going to be like that, but the 1:00 game, I was just so nervous, and they were just kicking my butt. The Titans beat the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs on Sunday, 26-9.
Not the sexiest of matchups.
No, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes.
And their backup went out too, right?
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you might be right. I don't know if he ever came back because that game was like low scoring for like 3 quarters, and then the Titans did something. It was like 9-6 or something like that. Titans, or 9-3 and then 9-6, whatever it was, and then I think they wind up getting a defensive touchdown if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it was boring the whole game, so I really didn't watch it. And then all of a sudden you looked and they won, 26-9. I was really watching a lot of the Bengals-Dolphins game because Devang and Helms were Dolphin fans, so we were watching a lot of that. And, the Bengals just obliterated the Dolphins.
Wow.
Yeah, 45-21. And Chase Brown, go figures, scores 3 touchdowns, whatever, no big deal.
I guess was that the Dolphins backup's first start?
Yeah, yes it was.
They benched Tua, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's weird because it doesn't look like they're going to play Tua the rest of the year, but I don't think they'll get anyone to trade with them to get rid of him. So what are you going to do with this guy? Because his cap hit is huge. It's like almost $100 million. So, yeah, so like you can't even get rid of this guy if you wanted to. And, are you going to bench him the rest of this year and then play him next year? That makes no sense, you know what I mean? So I don't know what they're going to do with all that. What do we got? So yeah, after that game was done, you had the Falcons and Cardinals. I think that was a 4:00 game if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Didn't really watch any of that. That game looked close, 26-19. I was really more watching the Steelers-Lions game.
Detroit,
Yeah, that was wild. I don't know if you saw the like highlights or anything for that game or watched it, but something happened at the end of that game where the Lions looked like they scored and then they didn't. It was like with Amon-Ra St. Brown and like a lateral back or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, to Goff, and then Goff winds up scoring the touchdown. But then after like the refs reviewed everything, it wasn't a touchdown, and the Steelers wind up winning. But he went in the end zone, so like I don't know. I missed like what the ruling was on the field.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like
some kind of lateral or something.
Yeah, but I thought that's okay to do. But I guess like I don't know, like you got to be like even with them or something like that. Like maybe like you can't make a backwards pass or something. But the Lions wind up losing at home, and they're another team. They're not eliminated yet, but they're going to be next week where Dallas was this week. If they lose next week, they're done. And because they lost this week, it makes it that much harder. Like their percentages went down.
Yeah. So
it's going to be a tough one for them. And I like the Lions. I was kind of hoping that, they'd make the playoffs and whatever, but
yeah, that's surprising for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
so they're out. They're definitely out, or
they're not definitely out yet. If they lose one more game, they're out. They gotta win out, and they need help.
They gotta have some things go their way.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much. I think they have to have the Packers lose a lot of games.
Wow.
Yeah, because right now they're 1.5 games behind the Packers. So it's gonna be a tough one for them. I gotta look to see if I could get I don't like how this app doesn't have like the playoff scenarios, which bothers me. But we'll see how that goes. Well, actually, I got it right here. So the people that clinched playoff berths are Denver, New England, Seattle.
Is Denver the 1 seed in the AFC?
They're tied with New England. I have a feeling that, it doesn't even say if they have they didn't clinch the first round bye yet, so they're tied. They're both 12-3, Denver and New England. So we'll see where that goes. Chicago is 11-4. They've clinched a playoff berth. Philly clinched a division title with their win. They're 10-5. And then I guess this week you had Dallas and Atlanta also get eliminated this week. Even with their win, they got eliminated. Minnesota's been eliminated. Yeah. So it's kind of rough right now. In the conferences, the only locks are Denver and New England on the AFC side. And on the NFC side, Seattle and Chicago clinched a playoff berth along with the Rams and San Francisco. And then Philly, for some reason, won the division. And that's it for right now. They clinched the division title. So with all that being said, you go back to these games. You got the Texans that beat the Raiders 23-21. And the Patriots actually beat the Ravens 28-24 in the night game. We got one other game tonight, which is the 49ers at the Colts. Both looking to win this game. One more is more important than the other. The Colts need to win to kind of like stay in the mix, being in the hunt for the playoffs.
Yeah.
San Francisco's trying to still see if they could win their own division. Because if they win, I think they'd be 11-4. So they'd be like right there.
They seem to have come on late.
Yeah, a lot of things are falling their way. A lot of guys are coming back healthy, so Brock Purdy's playing.
A lot of injuries this year, right?
Yeah, especially to like the wide receiver room. Those guys are going down. Yep, Kittle. Brock Purdy was down for a while. He's now back, so they're getting healthy, I guess, right at the right time.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. I'm interested to see. So this upcoming week they have football on Christmas.
Right.
Do you know the 3 games that are being played on Christmas?
I know the Chiefs are playing, which, unfortunately is not really good at this point.
So that's the Thursday night game is Broncos Chiefs. Like on paper, you'd be like, "Wow, that's great."
Going into the season, that's a great matchup. Just right now, it's one-sided ass whipping, probably.
Yeah. So that's the night game, and then the 4:30 game is Detroit versus Minnesota. Minnesota's 7-8, and Detroit's 8-7, but Minnesota's not playing for anything.
Right.
So that could be a bum game too. And then the game that's on at 1:00 is your Dallas Cowboys versus the Commanders. So
not the most meaningful football on Christmas.
No, and I bet they thought like, hey, this is a good slate of games for Christmas because they're all divisional games,
right?
And all these teams like should have had high hopes for playoff contentions. You know what I mean? Like, injuries aside and all that stuff. Like, if they didn't have them, it might be a more powerful kind of matchup.
Right.
But because of the injuries and everything else that's happened the rest of the season, like, these are like bum Christmas games.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they're still Christmas games, which I like because I remember like it just makes it feel more like Thanksgiving Christmas because besides opening up the gifts and eating and whatever, then you just sit around all day not doing anything. At least now you got football to watch.
Yeah. Well, you can wait till 8 for Stranger Things.
Correct. Yes. And that's let's hope it's 8:00. It better not be like 9 or 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? Because then you'll never get to watch those 3 episodes that night. You know what I mean? Even me, I just saw that the 3 episodes that they're putting out on Christmas. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna watch football all day. The night game, I'll probably watch a little bit of it.
Yeah.
And then I'll go right into Stranger Things and just knock out the 3 episodes that night. And I looked at all the episodes, and it's literally 3 hours and 30 minutes worth of Stranger Things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Each episode's not well over an hour, but like, one's an hour and 8, one's an hour 5, one's an hour 10. Like, it's legit almost 3.5 hours of Stranger Things. And I'm like, I don't even know if I could watch all that in one shot.
Yeah, you might have to. The next day, yeah.
So it's kind of wild to me, but I'll try to at least watch 1 or 2, and maybe it'll give me something to watch the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, so TV, that's something we're gonna have a lot to watch right now.
Yeah.
Did you watch any crazy stuff this upcoming week?
I finished. What's it called? The Last Frontier, season 1. Yeah, that was good. Towards the end, it kind of felt like they were dragging it out like a little bit. Like I kind of felt like once you kind of like realized what was going on, I thought that it would be over quicker.
Right.
I think they still had like 2 or 3 episodes left at that point, but it was good. One thing that kind of surprised me too was like in the last episode, Havelock, that's the bad guy, right?
Or the supposed bad guy, yeah.
Supposed bad guy, let's just say.
Right.
When he calls, I forget his name, but
the U.S. Marshal guy.
The main character.
Yeah.
When he calls him, and he was like, "Don't you?" He's like, "You want to know how I did it?" And it just seemed like so forced to me because like they've pretty much kind of been like working together somewhat, or they've had, let's just say they've had like, somewhat of a positive, I guess, relationship for most of the show. Like nothing really, I mean, he did have it kidnap his wife or whatever. But not like nothing really harmful.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of weird that like he didn't just like get down to brass tacks right away, because I mean you would know that his answer was gonna be that he didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of surprising that they went that way, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. The way they left it off, like he's like, And I forget the guy's name too. It's gonna kill me now that we don't know this U.S. Marshal's name. And he's a good actor too. I like him.
He was also he played Jerry West in
Showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the end, he looks like he goes back to his normal life. Everything's good with his family, and then you get like, here comes season 2. You know what I mean? Like, we're not done yet, and you're like, oh man, this poor guy. But you're right. It was a good show. It looked like towards the end, like you could have summed it up maybe in like 9 episodes,
right.
Give or take, or like just shorten some of them.
Yeah.
So that if you still wanted 10 episodes, you cut a little bit here and there out. But overall, really good show, entertaining the whole way through.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
The Last Frontier was definitely a good one. I just literally finished The Agency. That's on Paramount Plus.
Yes, you were telling me you like that one, right?
It was good. It's good. It's like, it throws you for some loops here and there. It's a good, I guess, thriller / drama with the CIA and, all that stuff that they supposedly do, I guess, whatever.
Right.
Overseas, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it takes place in London. So, and I think technically the CIA doesn't have any jurisdiction here anyway, so a lot of it is all overseas.
Okay.
But the story's good. Michael Fassbender is really good in it.
He's a good actor. I like him.
Great. And there's a bunch of different supporting role characters that are really good in it.
Okay.
And you see like the stress levels of what they got to do and all this other stuff. And, not everything's all, black and white. So
right.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild show.
Cool. What else? Oh, I'm still watching Robinhood. I started the new one today, but I didn't finish it. I think it's like 9 episodes in.
Oh, so that's almost done. I'm assuming there's 10.
Yeah.
And there's one next week.
I watched the first episode of Fallout. That was good.
How was that?
Yeah.
Really good?
Liked it. Yeah. Like it kind of like picked up from last season where it's like the guy who Walt Goggins plays, he's with the girl and they're trying tracking down her father.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty good first episode.
Did they give you a good recap from the first season?
Yes.
Thank God.
But I think it's like a new episode every week or something like that. Because I feel like when it first came out, I thought it was all of it at once. But maybe I'm just misremembering.
No, yeah, it wasn't.
It was week to week.
Yeah, it was week 2 because I remember watching it. And I was like, oh, let me check this out. And I remember their first episode was so good. I'm like, damn it, I wish I had more to watch.
I see.
And you had to watch it every week. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer.
Right.
But just like we did with it, I guess we'll do it with Fallout.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that it was out until Friday. But I was doing so many things for Christmas and like the rainbow cookies and all that that I might have had an hour to sit down and watch it, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have been able to remember it and concentrate because I would have been either getting up to do something or even if I just sat here for an hour and watched it, I probably would have forgot it the next day.
Right.
With all the stuff we have to do for Christmas and everything like that. There's been a lot of nice feedback, speaking of which, for my rainbow cookies, which makes me happy, because like I did say last week, it's a lot of work and everything like that, but it's always good to get a random text from one of our friends that says, the cookies were amazing or whatever, and like, this, that, and the other. So that was really cool.
Awesome.
It makes it worthwhile. Speaking of which, not to get off the topic of the Fallout or the shows we were watching, your mom's crumb cake.
Oh yeah, you liked it?
I'm upset at myself that I didn't know it was around until yesterday. And then I was like, I came home from watching football, and I'm like, what's in this tray? And I open it up, and it's your mom's crumb cake. And I'm like, but he bought the buffalo dip. I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm like, oh, well. And I cut like the biggest slab of crumb cake, and I devoured it. It's so buttery, it's not even funny. You have to tell it's absolutely amazing. Nice. Gave some to my parents. Yeah. Because obviously, if I eat it every day, I'll gain all the weight back that I started to lose. They loved it as well.
Good.
So kudos to your mom.
Yeah, I'll definitely let her know.
Yeah, great job.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably enjoy some again tonight.
Nice.
But yeah, so very delicious. Yeah. Other than that, like I don't know. You're gonna have to run the gauntlet right now because I don't think I watched anything else. I'm trying to think while we're sitting here.
Busy man.
Yeah, this last week was a wild one. So I was like, it was really all just football.
What else? Oh, I think I'm like still an episode behind on pluribus. Yeah, still kind of waiting to figure out what's really going on
with
the show. Yeah.
Is it keeping you like entertained a little bit, or like, are you watching it just to find out what happens at the end? I guess
probably a little bit of both.
Okay,
I would say it's interesting, but at the same time, I'm kind of like waiting to see see where it goes.
Right.
So hopefully I'll find out. Like I said, I think I have I'm like an episode behind. Oh, and then I finally got to watch One Battle After Another. It premiered on HBO on Saturday night. I didn't watch it then, but once it's on there, they have it on the Max and everything. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was long, but I kind of knew it was going to be long because all the Paul Thomas Anderson movies are like 3 hours, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
But great cast, I thought.
Absolutely.
DiCaprio was great, like in everything.
Yeah.
He's funny as hell too.
Yeah.
Sean Penn was great in it too, just like a psycho.
Yep.
So
I was shocked about Sean Penn being in that movie when I saw it. I was like, "What's this guy doing in there?"
Yeah. So that definitely, I was glad that I finally got to see it, and it was a good movie. Definitely enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Benicio del Toro
was another good actor in there.
Sensei.
Yes, absolutely. So he's so good. The racket that he was running behind the scenes in that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot going on.
Yeah, he had a lot for sure.
That was a really cool scene too. When let's just say the first time the first time that he helps DiCaprio's character, and they're pretty much like on the run, and then there's like a full scale riot going on. It's just really cool how it's like shot and everything.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. Definitely was looking forward to that one, and it definitely held up.
And it didn't disappoint for sure.
Yeah.
It was a great movie for sure. Yeah, I watched that a few weeks ago. That was a good one. I'm glad you actually watched that.
Yeah.
There was something else. I can't remember what I was gonna say, but oh man. Oh, I think tonight I'm actually gonna start. I'm gonna watch Fallout tonight, and then from there I'm gonna go and watch the Jason Momoa TV show that I was talking about.
Yes.
Chief of War.
That's on Apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to check that
let me know
out.
how that is.
Yeah, I definitely will. And did you happen to see any of this Avengers Doomsday, like, leaked trailers or, like, teasers or whatever like that?
No. When does that come out?
So, supposedly, it's already out with the Fire and Ash movie, the James Cameron Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar, yeah.
They're dropping 4 different teasers.
Wow.
And the first one is supposed to be of Steve Rogers. The second one is supposed to be with Thor. The third one is supposed to be with Doomsday. And the fourth one, it's like speculative. I don't even think they know yet. And they don't all come out at once. It's not like depending on what you go see, you're going to see that one.
Uh-huh.
The first one is Steve Rogers. And I saw a part of it, but then I shut it off because it looked fake.
Right.
But supposedly it's real. So
wow.
when you get home or whatever, see if you could check it out, because I didn't even know Chris Evans was going to be in this movie, and now apparently they're teasing him to be in this movie.
Wow.
And a lot of the reports is that he's in this movie now. So, I just keep seeing these things pop up for the Avengers Doomsday, and we're less than a year away now because I think it comes out next year, December 19th.
Oh wow!
Is when Avengers Doomsday comes out. So we're gonna get.
And Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
I'm still like trying to wrap my head around that, but.
Me too. Like, and like the Russo brothers are doing it, so like I want to have a lot of faith in this movie that it's gonna be good because their movies for Marvel have been really good.
Yeah.
but I'm like you. I can't unsee Robert Downey Jr. not as Iron Man.
Yeah,
But
it definitely seems strange.
yeah, I guess they're gonna figure it out.
Right.
You know, and I really want to see these teasers, but I'm not going to see Avatar to go see this teaser. So
Right.
I'm hoping it gets leaked on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, this is like someone videotaping this in the movie theater.
Right.
This is real,
Yeah.
and I could go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the trailer also came out, I think today, for the Odyssey.
Yeah.
That's the new Christopher Nolan.
Right, with Matt Damon, and Tom Holland, there's a bunch of people in that movie. That's actually coming out the same week as Avengers, I think,
Wow.
or at least the same month. Like I know they're gonna pin each other, they're gonna pin up against each other. So that's gonna be interesting how that goes for sure.
Yeah, two big ones.
Yeah, I can only imagine what's gonna happen, and apparently, Marvel is spending so much money on this Avengers Doomsday movie that just to make their money back, they'd have to clear $1.5 billion.
Holy crap.
Yeah, well, because they have like, I remember just seeing numbers, so I don't want to throw out numbers that I don't remember, but a lot of the money is alone is just tied up in actors, like because there's so many big names in there, and there's so many different teams, I guess you want to call them for right now. Okay. So you got like the Avengers, supposedly X-Men are in there, Fantastic Four, the new Avengers, which is the Thunderbolts, which I don't know why they do that, you know. Yeah. So there's all these different people, and I think their first trailer for this movie is gonna be the Super Bowl.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, so you're gonna get the teasers up until then, and then the first trailer is, I believe, the Super Bowl. I think that's what I saw. But then again, if I saw it, it was probably on Instagram. Who knows if it's legit or not? Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know. Excited to see what's going on with that because it's been a while. We haven't really gotten a really, really good Marvel movie in a little bit. So yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, hopefully I get to watch some stuff this week. It's been a little bit of a Debbie Downer for me not watching some stuff. I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. Yeah. So like I think I literally saw Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation like 4 times. Okay. Just because it's on TV. So as I'm doing stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, Christmas Vacation. That's pretty much like the standard, right?
Right. That's one of my. I think it's my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah, my sister's too.
Oh, it's so funny, dude. Oh, actually, you know what show I actually did watch that I forgot to talk about? Okay. You're gonna laugh at me. Because I saw a preview on it on TV, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I was like, I thought I saw this show. The Percy Jackson show on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
They have a show now? Yeah, Percy Jackson, and I guess it's like the Olympians or something like that. Yeah. So I literally, last week when I was baking at night, I watched the whole first season.
Oh, okay. How was it?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I liked the first movie when I saw it years ago.
Yeah, and that's what I thought this was at first, but it's actually like a 8-episode season, and they just came out with season 2. I guess that's why I was watching the commercials, and I like you. I actually liked all their movies. I don't know how many there were. I can't remember right now, but there's at least 2 for sure. Yeah. They didn't do great in the box office, I guess, but they turned into a TV show. It's pretty good. It's got a little bit of everything. Action, comedy. Not so much horror, but like thrilling stuff, drama. And I like the first season, so I'm gonna give it a try in I guess a couple weeks when they get a couple more episodes for season 2, because they also release it 1 week at a time. Okay. So I was just like, you know what, I'll wait. There was only 2 or 3 episodes out, so I was like, I'll wait to do season 2. And I'll switch over to the Chief of War for Jason Momoa right now. Right. And I'll watch the first episode of Fallout, and I'll go from there. There you go. And also...
for your viewing pleasure.
Right. And Mayor of Kingstown, too, because that...
Oh, that finished?
I think that just finished as well. If it wasn't this week, it was last week.
Yeah, my mom likes that one.
That's a good show, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a really good show. If you could get your hands on it and watch it, definitely do. Jeremy Renner is really good in it. Renner, I should say. But yeah, really good show. I'm excited to actually watch that. So, yeah. I don't know. That's all I got, I think.
All right. Well, I got one music selection as usual. this week we're going with Nas and DJ Premier with Light Years. So that's the pick for this week.
All right. Well, a little short episode for Christmas week. We're getting ready for the holidays, and here they are, a couple days away. Everyone enjoy your Christmas week, and hopefully you get a nice long weekend. And we'll hopefully see you next week. If not, Happy New Year's.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Enjoy your holiday.
All right, folks, have a good one.